I'm presenting this project, a wonderful project called Cloud Telephony and IVRS-based daily monitoring system, which we call a revolutionary approach for monitoring huge government programs. This is basically the structure of presentation. This is very important. Issues in monitoring almost all the government programs. We have seen huge spread of government programs in recent years, mainly Midday Meal, Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, National Rural Health Mission, ICDS, etc. All these programs are being implemented at the panchayat level through PRIs. We also face problems of bogus, inflated and advanced reporting in all these programs. The information flow is hierarchical. Different information is available for higher ups and for people because the reports are basically unavailable in public domain, and the reporting system is delayed, mainly 1 month or quarterly. Data at source is not available at all the levels, and you will find village level data at block level data at district, but the primary data at the village level is never available at the state level. Facing these problems, we also had the opportunity in terms of ICT developments that we found in the last 5 years. Web mobile interface technologies were available. Enhanced mobile penetration, especially in rural areas, was a very major factor. Vernacular text-to-speech technology has been available. Cluster-based cloud telephony and interactive voice response system is a very, very major technological breakthrough. And cloud computing platform with web-based platform as a software, platform as a service, software as a service, and infrastructure as a service. These things were available, which provided opportunity for MDM scheme also for initiating a real-time monitoring system for effective and efficient monitoring of this very important program of Government of India. This is basically the scheme. It's a Government of India scheme for primary and upper primary level. In UP, important data is that it covers almost 2 crore children in almost 1.55 lakh schools in the entire state in 75 districts. This is the administrative structure. It's a society, Midday Meal Authority, headed by the Chief Secretary, which actually gives a lot of flexibility to it. Conventional reporting system, which actually posed a problem before us. The reporting was monthly. Whenever we wanted to track whether the meal was cooked or not, it was only available the information was only available for the entire district. The school level information was never available at the district level. MDM register has been there in school level, which is supposedly collected. The data is collected at the block level and it goes up to district and to state level. But the problem is that since the information flow is monthly or quarterly, there is always chance of fudging of the data. QPR is generated through the system. This is quarterly progress report. This is flow model of the conventional system where we see many layers. The problem that we face in conventional reporting system is the spatial problem, that is school-wise report is not available at the district level, as I shared earlier. The temporal problem, that is time lag in data flow, which leads to scope for data manipulation. I think everyone would agree. Chances of excess physical and financial reporting. The delay in remedial action. Giving meals to a child is one thing. If you don't give meal today, then there is no point in giving it tomorrow. A skipped meal cannot be made up on next days. So in this particular scheme, immediate intervention is very, very important, which was missing, in fact, because of the delay in the reports that we used to get. That definitely led to the jeopardizing the efficacy of the system, and defaulting in school information was never available on time. Then monitoring problem. The inspections were always on random basis. Nobody had actual data in hand based on which one could make inspections. When we were handling this problem as to how we can track this system through SMS or voice, we did a survey and found that apart from cost effectiveness and usability for multiple data points, on all other points like flexibility, interactivity, toll-free, freeness, multilingual aspects, training efforts and user-friendliness, control on initiative, and dependence on make or model of phone, the voice system got an edge. So, having this analysis, we started as to how we should devise a daily monitoring system for tracking midday meal scheme. A vision document was in fact prepared way back in 2007 when I got posted in this scheme. where in fact, I visualized that we should have a daily monitoring system tracking every school through SMS. But when we wanted to actualize it, we found that toll-free SMS was a major problem, and that was the reason that we got a comparison. We did a comparison between voice and SMS technology and found that voice technology was a superior one. So based on that, we developed the DPR. Project was assigned on turnkey basis. We codified almost 1.5 lakh schools and 4.5 lakh teachers. That is the database that we have. Operational manuals were published. The entire training was done at the block level in almost 900 town areas and blocks. We did the demos, and real-time data collection was started in June 2010. It's almost 3 years now. The philosophy was that we wanted to make school as the basic unit of information rather than the district, which was the system in earlier method of information flow. Real-time data collection and MIS. Bridging gaps in monitoring due to problems inherent in conventional system. So it is a revolutionary system as such, and it has been successfully implemented in 1.52 lakh schools. We are basically tracking two informations primarily. A, how many children were fed if the meal was cooked, and if meal was not cooked, what is the number of schools that defaulted. What happens in the system is, as a call is sent, an IVR call is sent from a virtual number, it goes to the teacher's mobile. We have not given any phones to any of the teachers. We are simply using their numbers. The phones are theirs. The lowest end model would work. They simply get a call and they have to simply answer the call, and it goes by ki Mr. So and so, aaj aapke प्राथमिक विद्यालय में, it goes by name. Mr. Sri Ram Prasad ji, आज आपके प्राइमरी विद्यालय लखनपुर में कितने बच्चों ने खाना खाया. They have to simply key in the numbers of the students. In case the meal was not cooked, they have to simply press 0, and the data is immediately appended to the central server, and information is refreshed every 4-5 minutes, and everyone can see. We have given logins to the block level education officer, BSAs, district magistrate, divisional commissioner, up to the state level. So simultaneously the information is available at the block level and also at the principal secretary's level. And what happens, the beauty of the system is that one can immediately track, like the fudging of the data has been checked like anything. What happens, you take the numbers, and the block level education officer can immediately go to schools which they find that they are in fact giving data more than the expected numbers, the average numbers. So that has helped a lot in checking the fudging of the reports. This is the technical details and configuration. We have used the technology of cloud telephony and IVRs, Hindi text-to-speech technology, SMS alerts, gateways, cloud computing platform. Basically, the SIP model of service delivery, toll-free helpline data center is there, and nowhere else in India or world IVRs has been used for data collection. It was being used for information dissemination, but never for data collection. And this is the re-engineered model. We have done away with the layers. We are getting data directly from the school to the apex level. It's available on the web. Major challenges that we faced is how to pull data. SMS again was a push technology. We insisted on having pull data because we did not want to be dependent on the data giver. We wanted to take the information as and when we want. How to ensure that data, for providing data through their own mobile, no expenses are involved. So IVR technology does not have any problem of they paying for the phone call. How to motivate teachers, that was very, very crucial. And for this, the Teachers Association were taken to confidence, and they have given a lot of support to this project. Sustainability through local and administrative support, and intervention that was required for a specific school not serving the midday meal. The innovative features. This marks a paradigm shift in the reporting system. It basically removes the time lag in the data flow. It monitors, the monitoring is based on exception report, as I just now discussed. You can you can get the data with you and inspect the schools. Quick and pointed remedial action is possible. What is the systemic problem, one can tend to know. Data manipulation has been done away with. The emphasis on data pull vis-a-vis data push, and teacher is not spending a single paisa. It has been completely outsourced. The complete risk has been passed on to vendor because it was a new technology, and since we had the funding from the government, it was not possible to take risk on us. We pay by per data, not by per call, so maintaining a log of the calls is not a problem. No investment for hardware, software or training, because it's all on the SIP model of service delivery. Training, mobile number collection, updation, call center, everything was the responsibility of the vendor. It was implemented in 2 months. System of repeat calls, reminder SMS, calling other teachers, call escalation is there. So whenever there is a call to a headmaster and he does not respond, after 2 calls, it goes to the next teacher and next teacher. And in case they miss the call, one does not need to be psychotic that phone aa gaya ki turant baat karo. One can always miss a call, and there is an option given that you call a number, it will get cut within 20-30 seconds, and from the system one would immediately get a call on its own. This we have discussed. This is the impact. Beginning from 2010, almost 35% of schools were not serving the meals, and this is the April data when we see that it's almost 4 to 5%. So that makes the project, the importance of the project very crucial. This is success and impact on the qualitative aspects. On the key result areas, we see that information about schools for not serving schools is a pre and post project. Now it is exact information is available on daily real-time basis. Structure of information was district level earlier, now it is school level. Immediacy of intervention, now it is possible because we have the exact data, the objective data is available. KPIs, if we discuss the periodicity of information, now it is daily vis-a-vis the earlier status of monthly or quarterly. We are getting it from schools, system of alerts is there, the quality of data is real-time data, and we are getting transparent and actual information from each and every school. Socio-economic impact parameters, knowledge of status of implementation to public, it is possible if we take a policy decision and open it for the masses. Social audit again is possible. Now we have school management committees in place, and we are roping in SMCs, and we propose to send calls to them and get data from them also. The level of community ownership is very, very high in this model, and beneficiaries' feedback is now available through the decision makers. This is very important. Now, Government of India is considering the work plans that we submit to them, annual work plans based on this system only. 2011-12 and 2012-13, the plan were approved based on this data only. Government of India has already seen the success of this model in Uttar Pradesh for last 3 years, and they have decided to replicate it for monitoring midday meal scheme across all the states in the entire country. UP government has already implemented it for ICDS. It has already also been replicated by Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan for monitoring distribution of books and uniforms directly from the school level. And UNICEF has done Lucknow office has done a study, and they have found it a very useful system and highly replicable. Coming to the scalability aspects, it's scalable both in terms of size as well as performance. As we said that it is based on SIP model of service delivery, so we do not need to invest on platforms or some software or the infrastructure. One can always get it. So that is extreme possibility of scalability. Updation and standardization is not a problem. And scalable in terms of performance, we can see that each school's complete database for food grain or conversion cost, allocation, utilization, this can be built up through the system. All MPRs, monthly and quarterly progress reports, can be generated through the system. Uploading of inspection reports, now we are going to do that. Grievance redressal is also possible. Third party evaluation by calling up of school management committees, we are going to do that also. Monitoring is on autopilot mode, and we have enough policy time for actually taking policy decisions because of the objective data that we have. Coming to the programs where it can be easily replicable is any program where you want to take data on 2-3 parameters like NREGA, ICDS, it can be replicated. It can also be replicated for revenue collection department like excise, commercial tax, entertainment tax, mandis. It can be replicated. Daily number of FIRs can be taken from the police post at the rural outlets. Number of challans by traffic police. OPD, IPD data from ANMs for health sector. Surprise checks based on exception reports. And this is also very useful for private sector if you want to take a survey, say, from the rural areas. It's highly possible. And these are some of the future paths where now, since we have the data, we can bridge regional gaps and we can make it a tool of regional planning also. These are some of the exception reports. This is the basic homepage that is available. And these are the awards that the system has got, which actually gives a lot of credibility. We got the National Gold Award for e-governance in 2011-12. We got this year's NASSCOM Social Innovation Honors and UNICEF Recognition for Innovation for Children. ASSOCHAM Awards for Excellence in Education. Manthan Awards from DEF. India Digital Awards from IAMI. MBLN South Asia, that was the first award. It was recognized by DEF. And special recognition by Vodafone. Thank you.